Resource packs, to use or not to use? That is the question. Currently, we are on the Minecraft 1.9 snapshot. No resource pack being used. And you'll notice if you look right behind me, we've got a rolling green hill. Now, one thing you might also notice right off the bat is it can sometimes be hard to tell where blocks end and where they begin. Clearly, the blocks behind me over here are further away, but there's no real easy way to tell where the hill goes up a level and goes down a level unless you look a little bit closer and you start to see things like the shadows of each block, or you just turn your direction to see the dirt behind each one. Sometimes dangerous lava pits or death traps, ravines that you just can't make out are right over the edge of that hill, and you may find yourself on the edge of certain doom. Death, if you will. Do you want to die? I don't want to die. Well, recently a resource pack 1.9 exclusive will not work in 1.8 has just come out that changes all of that. I present to you the Rygus or Ragus or Rygis or I don't know. It's basically a Borderlands pack from Minecraft 1.9 that makes it way easy for you to tell where the edges of your world really are. What's going on, guys? It's me, Logdotzip. Did you know? Well, now you do. And today we're going to be looking at a brief... No, wrong. Let me reverse that. Today we're going to be briefly looking at a resource pack that changes your world. Cartoonifies it almost, but does it in a very interesting way. As you can see here, we are currently in... Bada boom, bada bing. You ready for this? The Rygus, or the Rygus, or the Ragus, or the Ragus. I don't know. I'm going to say Rygus because that's probably right. It's the Border Pack. It's the Borderlands pack. It turns your Minecraft world into something akin to the game Borderlands. And it is very fitting because you can see the border of all the land. Now you can tell where each block is. No longer does this look like a rolling green pasture. You know where the blocks end. And that's going to allow you to be a little bit more careful with where you're walking around. Hopefully dodging things like lava pits. You're going to know, hey... there might be something right here, instead of not being able to tell, oh, well, the land's about to fall. You know, you might be in a rush sometimes, and it's hard to tell where the land ends, where it begins. Well, this this resource pack is going to make that a lot easier, and it actually comes with some really cool features. It will only work on the border of blocks. Notice, the blocks on the inside of this border are actually not there. You'll see there's no border along this side, but the moment we actually turn to allow it to have a border, it will gain one. Suddenly you can tell, okay, this is where this block ends, but on the inside, not going to be there. Jump up a little bit, that border up there, gone. You see? It's got a really interesting block culling effect. It's almost like an inverted culling, and it can be seen if you were to go into spectator mode here. Normally, when you're in spectator mode, blocks don't look like this. But since you've got the culling on, you can kind of tell things start to get a little bit creepier. Now, one thing I would like to stress to you is it does not work on transparent blocks, which can be a good and a bad thing. One way of showing this is the fact that the grass we have here actually renders in front of these blocks, which is cool. I think it's a nice feature. You can actually see the border of the blocks instead behind the grass instead of rendering out in front of it, making it look kind of ugly. But this also means objects like water will also not have borders either. So even though these grass blocks down here have borders that you can visibly see, there's no way to differentiate them when it comes to transparent blocks, which unfortunately also means this does not work on slabs. You can place some slabs down, you can see the border does not appear until it becomes a full-blown block. Once it's a full block, it will appear, but until then, you out of luck, baby. But this does have, I cannot type at all today. This does have some really awesome features, and we're going to explore a couple different sections of this world to show you where this may come in handy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for leaving a like on the video if you do enjoy it, and be subscribed for future Minecraft 1.9 and other Minecraft videos in general. Let's show off some of this resource pack, baby. First off, I really want to stress again how amazingly useful this is, just to differentiate. And the best way to do it is going to be in the desert. As you can see here, you can kind of tell where blocks end, but only the ones close to you based off the shadows that the blocks give off on their sides. However, with the Rage's resource pack installed, everything becomes far more clear. This is extremely useful. Now, we're going to go ahead and take things to the underwater to show you that not only is this a useful resource pack, but it also works underwater. Now, it can be kind of hard to tell, but you can look here and you can see that the borders are going to be doing their things, whether you're underwater or otherwise. So, if you have yourself a nice effect going on with some water breathing, we're going to give ourselves some effect. Hold on a second. This is much better. You can see right off the bat. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. All this is now coming at you extremely clearly. I really want to find an ocean monument. I'm going to find an ocean monument. A fantastic example of what the ocean monument would look like if you had in the Rage's resource pack. You can easily tell and discern where the blocks begin and where they end. It obviously is a little bit harder to see the blocks out in... Whoa, friend! It's a little harder to see the blocks out in the distance as you've got the render fog getting in the way, but even the ones up close are going to be far more visible for you to see and make out when you are exploring the murky depths. So, I mean, it's pretty useful. This guy thinks so anyways, right? Don't give me that look. One cool thing to note is that the borders actually show up on the blocks you're holding themselves. It's a cool little effect that is not very easily seen on obsidian, but you can grab the red sandstone here and you can notice that, boom, suddenly, even though you've placed them, the culling does not appear on the bottom block because it is not on its own border. Even though when you're holding it, whoa, okay, whoa. Okay, when you're holding it, blocks look completely black. The way I believe it works is it actually doubles the amount of faces, like sides of blocks you're seeing. It's actually using like an inverted face or something or other. So again, it goes back to when you're in spectator mode, things can get really dark really fast. And that is obviously no exception when it comes to holding the blocks. But since you're not normally in F5 mode, regardless, it's not going to be too crazy an effect. It might not look correct when on multiplayer servers, but if you're just going for a cartoon feel, it ain't no deal. Okay, so don't squeal. Ally McBeal, sure. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like in the other dimensions as well, to see if I can solidify your stance on this baby and adding it. And we're going to end off with one really fun fact as well. So here we are. We're going to enter the Nether. Now in the Nether, it is a little hard to tell that the effect works, mainly because of, one, the color of the blocks, and two, the simple fact that there is a lot of just plain old blocks in the Nether, and there aren't really that many borders. There's just netherrack everywhere, so you're not really seeing as many borders, since pretty much everywhere you look is netherrack. You know what? You picking up what I'm putting down? Yo, that is a great place for that portal to have spawned me in, right? Like, look at that. We just spawned. That's just cool. I'm sorry, but you can see the effect does work. The culling is still there. It's just not going to be nearly as useful in the end as it might be in, say, shoot, I messed up. It's not going to be, dang it, man. It's not going to be nearly as useful in the Nether as it is in the end. Come on, just come on. End portal. There we go. Now I can show you what it looks like in the end. And it looks really cool in the end. Yellow blocks, bright blocks in general, are going to have a much more obvious effect as opposed to darker ones. I mean, that's just a given. But you can see it's got a really, really nice capability going on. I'm going to kill this drag real quick, and we're going to take it out. I'm about to do him so dirty. Yeah! Yeah! You fool! You suck! I love it. I love it. And we got the egg. He's going to spawn, and the egg's going to look real nice. Come on, give me that egg. Give me that egg, baby. Yeah! But that's not what we're after here. We're actually heading over to the end islands, where the end city, yeah, with the snapshot. It's cool because that is going to be the place where this effect stands out the most. Now obviously, again, with transparent blocks, that basically means anything that is not a full block, so it's not going to work on the chorus plants, but as you can see, it is in full effect on all the end stone around us, and that is going to include the upcoming end city dungeons that you're going to see in Minecraft 1.9. Now, again, the worst part, unfortunately, about this, well, we'll do it a step at a time. Again, see, with transparent blocks, the borders can kind of be weird when you've got a transparent block next to a full block. So just kind of be aware. There are a couple visual glitches, but super useful in both identifying where block edges end and just making your Minecraft look pretty sweet. Now, the best part and the worst part. Here we go. Ignore the red here. The best part about the Rage's border pack is the fact that it is actually also compatible with other resource packs as well. Just makes the topmost resource pack when you decide to add it to your world. As you can see, our textures have been updated and the borders still work just fine. We're gonna kill ourselves, which you should never do. It's not a good thing to do. We're gonna kill ourselves, and you can see, even with the updated textures, you still have this awesome border effect taking effect, using effect too much in your Minecraft world. So do not worry if you already have a resource pack preference. You can use this in conjunction with one another. However, that takes us to the downside, the ultimate downside of this resource pack, which I've already mentioned, but I figured I'd give you a visual representation of it as well. Look at the top left corner. Here we are in Minecraft 1.8, and everything looks fine and dandy, hunky-dory, nifty-wifty. Is that a real saying? Anyways, we have on our Craft resource pack, which is the resource pack I normally use, by the way, and we actually don't have the Rage's border pack currently installed. Here's where it's a little bit interesting. Obviously, it's incompatible, but it is so incompatible that the moment you decide to try and add this to your Minecraft 1.8 world, you're going to be a little bit shocked. This is what it does to almost every single block. Again, blocks that are transparent, i.e. leaves, torches, stairs, water, anything that does not take up a full block space is basically going to be ruined by this border pack. So, it does not work in 1.8. This is going to be a 1.9 feature only. But it is a useful feature nonetheless, mostly because you can combine it with other resource packs. So I hope you found this a little bit useful. Check it out. Big thank you to the one and only Rage's for this awesome resource pack. I am so sorry if I've been butchering your name this entire time. There's obviously no way to find out how to pronounce things without physically being told. But thank you so much for making this. I will leave a link to the thread where I found this resource pack in the description of this video if you want to check it out and leave some feedback on the thread where Rage's posted this. Thanks for leaving a like on the video, especially if you enjoyed and you want to see more stuff like this on the channel. And of course, be subscribed for future Minecraft videos. Have a great day, and we will see you later. Get this resource pack, baby. It's cool.